Huh? We might need the light.
Yeah, we're gonna need it for sure. That's not terrible. That's not bad actually.
Yeah, yeah.
Pretty good. Good morning.
Good afternoon. Yeah, Igor.
Here you go, sir.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Mm-hmm.
Here, sir.
Oh, that doesn't look nearly as dark as I expected.
No, it doesn't. Well, I guess let them gather in here for a moment.
All right. Yeah, we'll let everybody filter in. I guess we're not too far behind this morning.
Just a
but
couple minutes.
Doing a little bit of a hecking scramble here. Jonathan's got a bowl later, and I have absolutely nothing to do. So.
That actually sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
We have leftovers to eat.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds even better.
Yeah.
Eating sounds a lot better than bowling.
Have to eat off all this.
Yeah. For those that are just joining in, we've got some Bourbon Barrel Quad from Boulevard.
Yeah. Boulevard Bourbon Barrel Quad. It's 12.2%.
All right, let's give this a shot here. Oh my gosh, that is maze balls.
Yeah.
That is really good. Good morning. Good morning. Sorry, we're letting everybody kind of filter in here for a moment.
Okay, that didn't hurt as much as I expected or remembered yet.
Yeah. Keep drinking those; it'll hurt.
Yeah.
What is it, like 12.2% or something like that?
Yeah,
my goodness.
It's stiff. So that's how most of the stuff is when I get stuff like this.
Yeah.
We'll have to do
audio clipping on the mics, FYI. Nothing terrible.
We'll have to do some Dragon's Milk.
Did you try it? No go.
New Holland Dragon's Milk is amazing.
Does not like
I
it.
still need to send Joe mine because Joe Dollins goes to visit her daughter, whatever.
She's going this week, apparently.
Yeah. She said she's going in July, and I need to give her I just never sent her my order.
That brewery
she brings me Great Lakes stuff back.
That brewery is actually amazing. A little bit of audio clipping on the mics. So is it like when you say clipping, is it just kind of cutting in and out? Because we're sewing good here.
Yeah, it might be I just kind of hastily plugged everything in, so I don't know if it's if we're bumping stuff or whatever else. Everybody else let us know about the volumes or the microphones. Or maybe they said something else about if there's some other
no distortion, just level clipping. Gotcha. We'll check into it real quick before we get going with our stream.
So probably what it is this stupid I've got to disable disconnect this box. So let me see. Come on.
Oh, is it because you're not on the wireless Ghost 2 down the bottom there, maybe?
No, it's on that. I just need to I don't know why it won't let me.
That's weird.
Yeah, because I'm trying to disconnect it. I just need to go turn that.
Anyways, sorry. We're trying to fix the microphone issue we're having here. So
hopefully it won't turn itself back on.
Turn it off.
My computer automatically hooks up to a Bluetooth speaker I have, and it actually will turn the speaker on.
I gotcha. We have a birthday in here. Whose birthday is it today? Morning, Mom. I see my mom's in there. Good morning. Yeah. Thanks everybody for joining us this morning on a bright. Yeah. Not bright in Topeka Sunday morning.
Happy birthday, Adang.
Yeah,
I think that's how you say that.
Here, let's have a drink.
Chat about how bad the Axiom Pearl is. Yeah.
Let's have a drink to that.
Yeah, somebody got on my Axiom Pearl video and said this ball's awful, and I said, yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of mine either. And he hopped on there and said, yeah, I was just coming here to say something about that myself. So
great. All right, so we've got a.
Yeah, I think the Zen is taken over as kind of the daddy ball as far as an Axiom Pearl like
everybody
reaction.
Has one, yeah.
That core wants to be really forward, and that cover, the Pearl NEX cover, is really kind of long and smooth, and it's really strong. And I think that's there's some kind of optics, something that's messing with people. I think it's strong enough that NEX solid doesn't burn energy, but I think NEX Pearl kind of does.
Right. Isn't the Axiom Pearl with Brent Bauer shot 899 with? Isn't that what it was?
Yeah,
That's what I
it's
thought.
Axiom.
The
Yeah,
ball was like,
when it came out, all kinds of people shot all kinds of nonsense with it. But when the
kind of like the
Zen
Zen
came out, when people started using the Zen, it's like, oh, well, this is an Axiom Pearl.
It's like us with the velocity. The scores are just flying out of that ball.
Yeah.
All right, we've actually got a fun little topic to talk about today, and some announcement, right?
Yeah, we've got several different things.
Yeah.
We're bowling nationals next weekend.
Not me. I'm not going.
Yeah. Bowling nationals next weekend. It's the last 2 days of the tournament on the 17th and 18th.
Yep. So we will not have a stream next week.
So
since we're not having a stream next week, I do have to give my daughter a shout out. Next weekend is her birthday next Saturday.
Yeah, we're going to miss her birthday party. But
it's all right. She'll be turning the big number 6.
Mm-hmm.
So happy birthday to my little one a week in advance. So.
Yep.
My mini-me. All right. You want to kick it off?
Yeah, we'll get started here. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my nationals arsenal selection, because I picked some stuff to take and thought long and hard about it, and not really. But
we're going to talk about some staff stuff too, right?
Yep, we got a pretty cool announcement that I think everybody's probably figured out by now. But so I guess we can go ahead and do that.
Yeah,
first.
We can start off with that.
Yeah, because otherwise I'm going to start talking about national stuff.
Yeah, let's get it kicked off here.
Jonathan and I both signed with Coolwick this week. So
pretty excited about that, actually.
Yeah. In talking to them and whatever else, it sounds like they're kind of it's
a cool announcement.
Yeah.
Sorry. They've
kind of got the old school family small business type of vibe thing where they just want to, they said, we're not expecting anything big or crazy from you. Just, you know what, you do
you and represent us.
Yeah. Represent us well. Put the stuff out there, put the information out there. You don't need to beat anybody over the head with
100%.
Posts all the time and
please buy.
Yeah. Pushing people. It's just be cool, look cool.
They have a great business model.
Yeah.
And they have everything you could ask for. T-shirts, hoodies, sweatpants, jerseys, and the selections that they have in their in-stock jerseys is amazing. So
yeah, and that's one of the things that's actually Angel found. And Coolwick's really been getting big here the last couple of years. And it's one of those things where, if you have good products and you have good customer service, the numbers will take care of themselves. I can't stand the businesses that, they're advertising and they have their business models and everything structured and very businessy. And, you can just tell when you go in somewhere that's business forward, because everything's very sterile and predictable and kind of cliche and whatever else. It's very designed and orchestrated instead of just being something that it's like, hey, I really like doing this and I want to start this and I want to do this. And when people have passion about what they're doing, when they care about what they're doing, when they're interested in what they're doing, you can just feel it. It's a little bit, it's
they were really awesome, actually, from the get-go immediately. I know you had a great experience talking with them right before you signed, so they were definitely wanting. I felt wanted. How about that? So
yeah, and that's the thing, and that's what I think has been.
I was with another company before this for 3 years. I'm not going to badmouth them or anything like that, but it was definitely a different feeling. So.
Yeah.
And your first jersey deal, right?
Yeah. It's first jersey deal, and I've tried for some stuff in the past. Again, not going to name the companies or anything. And, there's some other companies that make some.
What do they make exactly? Or they actually are a jersey company, but they make everything. You want Storm Motive branded sweatpants, you can get it. You want hoodies, T-shirts, hats. You name it, they have it.
Yeah, they make everything. They don't just make it they do stuff for cornhole and for gaming.
Darts, billiards, they do
all kinds of stuff.
The bowling is their main. Thank you, James, for posting that. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
You want it, they got it. So.
But I've got some of and actually a couple years ago when we were at Nationals, Angel saw this jersey and had to have it. So I've got so this is kind of, the main brands have been people know like Logo Infusion and Apparel EFX and High Five.
Bolify.
Yeah, more than anything. But Coolwick started popping up, and they've signed a bunch of. They got Kyle Troop and Jason.
I mean, they have Jason Belmonte. That speaks for itself.
Stephanie Johnson, Verity Crawley, Diana Z. I mean, they've got a bunch. If you go on and look at the amount of pros that they have on their staff, Frankie.
Yep. Oh, and they also do they customize for their staff players. They let them customize T-shirts and things like that. So.
Yeah, and they actually have.
We use Coolwick Bowling Federation. Big fan of their stuff. Yeah, it's great material. We're looking forward to being able to wear that stuff more around. So
yeah, and the last couple of years I've kind of gotten into the thing because there's a lot of bowlers that go around with their hands out all over the place. They want to be on staff with this company or that company or whatever else because of the stuff that they can get.
Yep. So we can talk a little bit about that too.
Yeah, and a couple of years ago, I kind of decided that I was going to stop chasing stuff
because I didn't want to.
Yeah, that's one of the jerseys that Angel found at Nationals a couple of years ago that she just had to have, and I didn't know a ton about Coolwick at that point.
On the sleeve, the logo is heckin' cool too.
Yeah, ever since then, I've been paying a whole bunch of attention to stuff, and like I said, I don't want to seem like I'm one of these thirsty people that's just chasing free stuff.
Yep.
And I said, and I'm not going to. I tried before to work out deals with other companies, and it was difficult. There's pushback. There's just lack of interest or whatever else. And I said, well, I'm just not going to chase down people to badger them to let me make them money anymore.
Nope, I get it. 100%.
I'm just not going to do it. It's the
cool thing that we didn't mention. Cool thing, by the way. Yeah. So we are now #BeCoolCrew, right?
Yeah.
The cool thing that we didn't mention is that they did a really, really cool promotion for both of us where they are allowing us to do some giveaways. So stay tuned, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was the pretty cool thing.
So that's the other thing too, is that we're going to do some giveaways. I think the first one's going to be for or maybe not the first one, but we're going to have one for my birthday, which is August 15th, which is about a month away, which is also a Sunday, Rise and Grinds Day. So we're going to do a giveaway for that.
Boom.
So
maybe if we can get everybody to share and we can get a certain amount of viewers going, maybe we'll do two.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do two.
Yeah, because both of us. So
we should also mention too that we in the talks of the loser for a tournament designs a jersey for.
Yeah, we're gonna have some kind of a wager match or something where the loser,
or we just go out and do a YouTube live and do it.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, so the loser will be wearing a jersey that was designed by the winner.
Should we show them our Swiss Trios jerseys we looked at?
Oh yeah.
All right, you guys have to see this.
So yeah, we're getting we have this big tournament at the end of September that we're getting jerseys for.
Big tournament in Wichita, Kansas. I'm not going to show you one with the brands, but we'll have each one of our brands on here.
Yeah.
We're going to do Space Kitties.
Yep.
Come on now. Tell me that's not awesome.
We're going to get jerseys. We're going to do Space Cats. So once Angel got on the Coolwick thing, she just doesn't want to wear anything else, especially because she found several designs that she just could not find anywhere else. And that, sometimes designing is a little bit tricky because they're like, tell us exactly what you want, because it's one of those things where if they add a little creative liberty and then you don't like it, then there's a whole customer service flap. So other companies just kind of go out of their way to, it's like, well, just tell us exactly what you want. That way, it's almost like they attack it from a liability.
Yeah, Shim, probably the rubber duckies as well. I'll share that one, but it has a brand on it, so I'm not pushing the Motive brand on this page. So I will find it for you. This is the one that
He's not pushing the Motive brand on this page.
Sorry. Well, it's either that or it's this.
Yeah.
I have to bowl after this, so I've got my
lighting
stuff.
Situation.
But there you go. There's rubber duckies. That's the other one that I really would like to do. So.
Yep. So yeah, they get rubber duckies. This is another one that Angel found. They have a rescue jersey.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
And so it's got the little rescue logo on the side.
And the other thing too is if anybody has rubber duckies, I know, right? If anybody has any questions, if they're looking at Coolwick and they can you guys can reach out to us and we can help you out. So they're fantastic. I highly recommend you check them out. And that's not just because we are now with them, it is because they're fantastic.
Well, and that's the thing is, like I said, I'm not going out of my way to, if somebody contacts me or there's an opportunity to talk about something, sure, but I'm not going to go out of my way to chase anybody down anymore.
Yep. No, we get
and this opportunity presented itself, and it's been very cool so far.
And very cool. I see what you did there.
But these the jerseys are really light, so you put them on and it kind of feels like a lot like a golf type, a golf jersey, some kind of a golf.
Yes, they do, Steve. They do.
Yeah, they run pretty true to size. And also one interesting thing about the Coolwick brand that he was telling me too is that they add an extra couple inches on the bottom of the shirt. He said that's kind of their trademark thing because he said the guy that we talked to, Jim, he said, I'm a bigger guy, 6'4", 3 bills.
He is a big boy.
And so he's like, well, there's nothing more embarrassing than when you're up bowling, you have a jersey and you go to throw the ball, and then all of a sudden the bottom of your shirt comes up and put stuff out there you may or may not want people to see. So they add an extra couple inches at the bottom of the jersey and if you tuck stuff in, the material is really really light and really breathable. So it's not like you're going to have a bundle of stuff and you're tucking in.
Yeah, they're pretty snag proof too. So like if you're not easy snag.
That's what I'm gonna say. We have dogs that jump on us all the time, and the Coolwick jerseys haven't.
Sporting my Coolwick jersey for the first time tonight in league. Fantastic, Brian. Take pictures, share it. We can share that on Facebook. So thank you. Shout out to Jim Namath. Thank you. Appreciate you. And
there's also an option, I believe, when you can actually add length.
You can. You do have to pay a little bit, but it's not much. So
yeah, if you get on there and say you get a jersey and it's like, well, I don't really like the extra 2 inches, don't need the extra 2 inches, you can actually add or subtract.
You can
length from the bottom of the jerseys. And of course, because Angel's a fireworks freak.
She does like fireworks. You know what? I never even realized that's all fireworks.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fire. Yeah, it's just she found this again, and she just absolutely had to have it. There's several,
and you guys can't tell in person. Like the artwork on this is amazing.
Yeah. The colors really pop.
So, expose.
So, yes, if you're interested in bowling apparel.
Yep. So if you're Brian, send me a picture of that, and I'll absolutely share that on Facebook of you wearing that Coolwick jersey.
Yeah, exposed bowler bellies, never seeing sunlight causes flash burns.
So
yes,
we did kind of wanted to get in here and chat a little bit. We wanted to talk about staff stuff too. So a lot of people always have that question. We've done one a little bit about this before.
Yeah, we've talked about staff stuff before, but
it's a lot of work. Let's just start with that.
Yeah, and so that's again another reason why I'm just not going out of my way to chase stuff down anymore. Because it's from a certain perspective, it's one of those things. If you,
that's so good.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, chasing down is definitely something that a lot of people do.
Yeah. Everybody wants to have a staff contract. Everybody wants to.
Yep.
But it's all from their end. And so from the company's perspective, like they're always having people send in applications all the time, but most of the people are doing it because they want stuff.
Yep.
People
think that it's all just here it is. And that's just 100% not the case.
So, yeah, that's really not how it works. It's more of a part. I mean, it's more like it's a job. I mean, it's more like a partnership and something.
You're basically an extension of the company.
Yeah. You're a representation, or language would be like a contractor.
Yeah,
actually, employed with
independent contractor. Maybe
you're an independent. Yeah, you're a contractor for the company. Yep. So basically, it's like any other endorsement deal or something. It's like, okay, well, we'll supply this much of this, and then we'll give you discounts on this. You promote the stuff, you get it out there, you talk to people, you kind of be like an extra customer service agent or something like that. So
because you always have to be approachable. That's the one thing that's the hardest. So say you're bowling a tournament and you're fried out, and somebody comes up to you and asks you questions about stuff. I mean, you still have to be able to answer that. I mean, not be a-hole at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of work. It really is a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the one thing that people don't understand. It's not all about, no, I get the stuff, I can share it on social media and I'm done. It's just not what it is. It's really not.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people that get all gung-ho for it, and then they do absolutely as little as possible to keep their contract.
And those are the ones that don't last long.
That's the thing, is that's not how I operate either. And so that's why people see getting contracts as like a stepping stone, or like a mark of achievement, or kind of kind of like you've arrived or something like that, but
Not
you got to
really.
look at it kind of a different way. And like I said, that's why I kind of stopped going out of my. It wasn't about me being able to say, oh, I'm on with this company and I'm special and whatever else. No, it's about kind of having a mutual goal, which we do with the company. I just want to, make good videos.
Yeah.
And they just want to sell good products. And so it's kind of aligned in the same direction. It's like I can get the name out there, but I can also be associated with a company that wants the same things I want, that has the same ideals that I have. It's just good product and good customer service.
It also, the one thing that I will say is it is good for you, the individual, for your, I don't know if you so much would say your own personal brand.
Yeah,
you're marketing yourself. It is good for that.
Again, but it works out for everybody. 100%. Everybody can benefit and grow, and that's the only type of I don't want to advertise or sell something that I don't believe in or don't actually like or won't actually use. And there's a lot of people that just sign up because they were offered an obscene amount of money or something like that. But
can't look at it that way though. That's
not what I started for, and that's not
on the bowling ball side of things. It is a benefit though to be able to have pretty much an untapped resource for bowling balls. It does help.
Yeah, and that's the thing is you get a lot of experience with the different types of bowling balls. You get a whole lot more familiar with the details, with layouts, with all kinds of stuff. So that in and of itself, the experience and the learning is the real big advantage to having a
Mr. Bill
ball contract.
Yes,
yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, it's always good when Luke switches from here's what I hate about a category of stuff to I found something I like and here's why. And that's a very interesting point, is because if you notice, anytime I talk, I can find endless sources of stuff to complain about. Like if I can't complain about it, it's pretty rock solid.
I'm shaking my head but not saying anything. So
yeah,
it's just kind of one of
those. He
those.
listens to me, and we've again since we have these microphones. Thanks again
to Road, by the way.
Road.
Yeah, sending these
for the microphones. But we've discussed having a live stream now that we have these, and now that we have everything set up to be able to live stream.
Because we will be able to plug in like our lavalier mics. I think it's how you say it.
Yeah.
And just one of these days, I'm going to talk him into.
Yeah, thanks, Mr. Bill, there, by the way, because we tried to make these work through the phone the other day, and we need another. Here's the extent. There's a piece that goes in. So we got this so that we can plug the receiver or whatever into the phone, but then we also need something that plugs from an adapter like this that plugs from the lavalier mics into the pod here.
Yeah. The one of these.
So so Mr. Bill has found, we didn't get it to work, but we found out that we needed an adapter. Now that we have an adapter for that goes into the phone, now we need an adapter for the lavalier mic.
You guys are really going to enjoy the drill streams once he gets a mic going. It's going to be
so Mr. Bill got that taken care of for us. So thank you.
Mr. Bill, you're the man.
Thank you, Mr. Bill.
We'll see you in September, right?
So, but we've
that's the same weekend as the 10 grand doubles too.
Yeah, I know. The 10 grand doubles that we're not going to make, we wouldn't have made any money at.
You know what? That'd been the one time we go down there and actually show up for something.
Yeah, probably, but who knows?
That's all right.
Anyway, so we've discussed live streaming because we have the Scratch Doubles League on Thursday nights. We've discussed live streaming that, but he can tell you from listening, all I do is complain the entire night. Like if I do not throw the ball perfect every single time, I'll come back and I'm like, I'm too dumb to do this. I'm just too stupid. It just doesn't work out. So naturally, okay, now it's time to go miss the spare and whatever else. And I'm just incredibly anal. So
I mean, it's good. It's good content.
Yeah. Amanda heard some rather colorful stuff one night when she was subbing in
and she
the Scratch League.
Laughed her butt off, and I thought Luke was.
Yeah, my brain short circuited, but it just managed to kick out a stream of.
There's only one thing that I will say about bowlers is
words.
You're bowling a tournament with money on the line, and creative words do come out when you are mad. I got my mini-me here. What's the matter?
I want a blanket because I'm freezing.
It is freezing. Give her the.
Here.
Yeah, there's a biscuit. Yeah, there's a Chiefs blanket or a biscuits and gravy blanket.
You want biscuits and gravy or Chiefs?
Biscuits.
Of course, you want the one on the bottom.
Yeah.
Here you go, baby.
It's way bigger than you are. You could wrap two of you up in there.
Take it. Slide it. Nope.
No, not that one.
Okay. Well, yeah, she
Put that one
got
back.
it. Yeah.
All right. Angel's got a better one.
I'll take the biscuits and
Just
gravy
throw it next
blanket
to
back. Yeah, there's lots of better ones.
See,
I just didn't have the hands to.
I don't think it's cold, but I've also got a jacket on.
Yeah.
Wife gets upset when you get comfortable. Yeah, Angel, she does a little bit. Creative words almost spit coffee all over my feet.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, they get
I think
creative.
James has heard some of those creative words too.
I've said a few. I actually said a few yesterday, but I was blowing at Gage. TJ Haas bracket cash. Wouldn't miss it. Thanks, Mr. Bill.
Yeah. But anyway, I don't complain just to complain because I complain because I want things to be better. I don't want to have stuff to complain about.
Right.
Because it's not fun being angry and complaining about stuff. I would rather just throw the ball well and cut out the middleman. So there's nothing. So
I completely get that at Royal Crest on the left side, though. I get that.
Yeah, that's what that's what I was telling Rusty was kind of cutting up with me when we got done pre-bowling yesterday, and he said, "How'd it go?" And I said, I mean, the first couple games were whatever. I figured out the last two games, and I said, I don't have any excuses here. The owner's a lefty. The shot is very, very favorable. And, it's like the fresh shot on the right, which you've gotten a little bit of a taste of on Thursday nights.
Yeah.
Because the right side of the lane, there's only a couple bowlers.
It stays pretty fresh all night.
And when it stays pretty fresh all night and you have the same shot all night, that's the lefty experience at Royal Crest. That's the place where the left and the right side of the lane are virtually identical.
Yep.
I mean, virtually identical.
That's why I'm at 230.
Yeah. So again, the scratch doubles experience over the summer is like the lefty experience there 24/7. I said, well, the owner's a lefty. I'm on the left side. I can't complain about anything. So if I don't do well there, then I'm just bad. I mean, that's the thing.
Man, I would love to see the draft league have a fresh shot, like just every time you go up on the right side would be amazing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, because there are times you'll bowl the scratch league, the draft league, scratch draft, and you have nobody on the left side, and you literally just stay there and just wheel it all night.
Yeah.
All night.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's the other thing we're going to talk about here as soon as the must be nice thing. But anyway, that's what to get back to what Mr. Bill was saying. I am an endless source of complaining.
I'm going to grab us another beer, by the way.
Yeah. Go in there and grab, one of the ones that you brought, but we have a big bottle to get into.
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
Sounds like we're going to go a little more than 11.
So, yeah.
You're going to hear me walking around here because these.
Yeah.
Which one do you want, the big bottle?
No, go ahead and grab the.
Grab one of the small ones.
No, let's do the one that you got for us first. Yeah. You cool with that? You want to try the brown?
Oh, yeah. The different one.
And
then we'll get into the big one.
This is going to be interesting.
I'm sure they drank horse.
Oh, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. I drink sours every once in a while.
No,
I think it's fine. It's going to be a brown ale, too. So.
Yeah, so it's going to be the same.
Oh, let me smell it first.
Yeah, I turned it up.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, a little bit.
Is that going to be amazing?
No.
He'll like it, I'm sure.
Sorry. Luke. Chiefs so ready for football. Yeah, it's getting close.
Yeah. He's a Broncos fan.
I am a Broncos fan. I'm sorry. Been that way since I was a little kid.
About perfect.
Oh gosh, I got to sample this ahead of time here. No, I'm doing it. Here it goes.
It looks like
If it's here,
It's actually not terrible. It's like a coffee. It is a coffee, pretty much. So it is our coffee stream.
Yeah.
They started out as coffee streams, by the way, for people that are new joining us this week. And it's turned into beer.
It's very coffee forward.
No.
So anyway, if I
sorry.
can't find anything to complain about, then there's some good stuff going on. And so again, the Coolwick thing didn't just happen here recently. Once you got this jersey a couple of years ago, start paying attention to the stuff, start watching the stuff. Got several jerseys. She doesn't want to wear anything else but hers. She only wears something else when those are dirty, and
she absolutely
has to wear something else.
Yep.
And all the designs, and then seeing the number of pros that have signed on, and that just keeps getting bigger. And I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, my favorite pro is on, so I'm just going to go use that stuff, because advertising and marketing is advertising and marketing. But when you lock up somebody like Belmo, who can have his pick of the litter, he can have a deal with literally anybody he wants to. And I have several friends. Kenan McFalls is one of them. I'm going to end up ordering most of Kenan's jerseys because he's got a Darth Vader one.
Oh, yeah.
He's got this really cool kind of water paint looking Japan one.
I was kind of thinking, too, we should order some of our teammates, our Coolwick teammates. We should order some of their T-shirts and wear them on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I could. You were telling me last night I could have one of Verity's V jerseys or V T-shirts or whatever.
So he gets the fanboy out there.
So I can get a Verity T-shirt and hopefully have that signed at some point.
Some bowlers need something to complain about to keep their head in the game. AKA PW. Yeah, I complain all the
So
time.
that's the thing. Well, and that's what I was trying to tell the wife yesterday because I was getting a little frazzled pre-bowling and because again I went 2-190 the first couple games and something was off again and I'm just like how I mean even accidentally you have to bowl really really bad on the left side of the lane to not be able to shoot 210 220
at Royal Crest.
Yeah, I mean the 210 220 should be the basement, like train wreck of a game, and I had a train wreck of a game. Actually, the first game
kind of like my 180 the other day.
So the first game I go front 3 7 spare set or 7 pin.
Yeah.
You know, so it's 9 spare 9 spare.
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I went front 3 9 spare 9 spare, next 4, I think, whatever gets me, or next 3, whatever gets me into the 9th frame, and then I go 5-1.
What?
On a 3-bagger.
5-1?
5-1. And so I just and then I didn't strike out in the 10th. So I ended up going into the 9th frame, I had 268 on the board.
Yeah.
And I shot 215.
I have one of those the other day.
So I'm just frying out. I'm going, I'm not really frying out, but I just start doing naturally, you can't just have a good thing. It's got to
hashtag princess pissed.
Got to ruin it somehow. Just had something good going and whatever else, and you had to think yourself out of it. And
at least it wasn't 4. Just tell yourself that.
Whatever else, but yeah, so that ended up being bad, and then I figured something out and went 250 the last couple games, but
help them out there. This is why I wear a hat, by the way. Sorry, I gotta.
Yeah, what times do you bowl on nationals? I will be there those dates as well. Oh, cool. We're bowling at noon on Saturday and 7 a.m. Singles and doubles. We have that's going to be a little rough, but we have a team practice session beforehand, before team. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to go bowl team. We're probably going to bowl the Bowler's Journal at some point on Friday. I think Ramsden's getting in middle of the day, so we'll probably end up there at 4:00.
The Bowler's Journal, you said?
The Bowler's Journal. That's at the Orleans.
Isn't the tat still going on out there?
It's over. It's just a couple days ago. James was out there. He bowled several squads. And
what else is out there? The 40 frame game?
The 40 frame game, and then they have
I have heard that is a miserable experience, by the way.
It's normally a miserable experience. That's why I don't go do it. I did it once.
Yeah, the BTM's out there too, yeah.
I did it once in Vegas, I think, a long time ago, or maybe it was Reno, but it was somewhere else, and it was whatever else.
Cat finished last Sunday. Thank you. I'd love to sit down with you and pick your brain as a lefty. Yeah. This guy's an open book, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that I'm in a pretty good position now to talk about the differences between the left side and the right side of the lane, which we're going to do when we can get Trevor on.
Well, it was supposed to be today.
So we will have, he's a career righty, Trevor's a career lefty, and I'm both. So we're going to have we're going to have a really interesting conversation about the left and right sides of the lane, especially if you've seen, if you haven't subscribed to the House Bowling, Packy and Brad have done, Brad and Kyle, and then Packy Hanrahan from the Brad and Kyle channel.
Kind of become Packy's channel.
Yeah, they kind of have they have the House channel that's kind of Packy's project.
Yeah.
Really, and so they've been doing a lot of
Yeah.
vlogs for Little Sweepers and other tournaments that they've been bowling, and several of them have been ones that we're at. I have a cameo, and you have a cameo, and Angel has a cameo, and
they've got my little bald self walking up right behind him, kind of creeping on the camera at one point.
Yeah, James put that link in the chat, so if you haven't
there it
subscribed to that, that's really cool. It's kind of an extension of the Brad and Kyle channel, but it's more vlogs and a little bit more light, fun stuff. Brad and Kyle have a bunch of PBA vlogs. They have some instructional stuff. They have whatever else on the Brad and Kyle channel. The House is kind of a more fun, fan type experience thing.
Yeah. Bless you. Sorry.
But
a heck and sneeze in the background. Sorry, my glasses.
There's a house in Kansas City that's notoriously awful for lefties, and so that's
which one? There's a couple. Of them.
Belton. Actually, Olathe East. If I could have thrown it right the other day, the lefties really did well at Olathe East.
Oh, how much I love that place.
Yeah.
He's done some pretty cool ones. He actually vlogged both days that day. the last weekend. He did Sunday at Olathe and Saturday. So and he went crazy on Sunday at Olathe.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is the thing. This is what I use to point out is like we were on Neon at Belton, which is a house shot, which is almost easier than some house shots.
But it didn't play that easy though. It really didn't.
It didn't. Well, that's the thing. You got the righties got the lefty experience. Well, I mean, not the righties. The first game on Packy and Brad's pair.
And then we hit that pair and it was nothing.
Yeah, but
it was. I mean, they played really, really weird. Like they were spotty.
Yeah, and that's what
really
it's like.
Spotty. Yeah.
So on the left side of the lane, Packy struggles to average 215 on a house shot in Belton, which is higher than because the last time we were on the house shot for the doubles thing, it was under 210 for him and Trevor, and I didn't obviously get close. But then we go over to Olathe East, and we're bowling on Mercury, which is brutal.
Which wasn't bad until I don't know, after game 4, where there was a ton of urethane going down the lanes on the right side for zero reason.
But yeah, it's brutal. So there was urethane all over the place.
I could see why they were using it, but there was no reason to be throwing urethane at that point. Because the guys that were throwing it, though, I was like, to take a TJ Rock. He was chucking it hard at the head pin.
Mm-hmm.
But all he was doing is just making that lane just stupid tight. And we hit that pair every single time.
Yeah.
And I had zero ball reaction for the last 4 games.
But that's what everybody had to do to kind of take the lane out of play because it was brutal. There was nothing right and there was nothing left and whatever else. Well, Packy averages 250.
Fun Center is my favorite house. It's a great center. Great center. The guy that runs it is even better. So
Packy
Luke likes it on the right side.
Yeah. Yeah. But so Belton, it's hard to average. It's hard to shoot 200 on the left side of the lane.
Yep.
And then you go over to something brutal at Olathe East, and he averages 250.
The lefties that day just had the world. It's like the lefties all pulled out urethane and had this, when the right side was this, and you just don't see that much. But when it happens, good luck. Good luck. That's all I can say. Good luck.
But we'll talk about that at some certain point. Yeah. But so I'm going to talk about my Nationals arsenal here a little bit. I'll try to get through it quickly, but
you're good. Talk away. I'll drink beer. How about that?
So Nationals looks like it's a little different this year.
Looks softer.
That's softer, but you only have one team per pair instead of 2 teams.
Gotcha.
Battery saver mode.
OneDrive sync. Pause up and save.
Why are we?
You're showing charging.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why it's.
You're showing you're charging.
Yeah, we should be charging. I don't know what we're.
And Angel did finish 4th last Sunday. Yeah, props to her.
No, it says 12 minutes remaining. Battery saver is on.
Is it unplugged somehow?
I don't know if it's unplugged.
Bear with us for a second. Luke, we'll get to his Nationals arsenal in a minute.
Yeah. It's telling me that my.
Is it out?
No, it's.
There it is.
There we go.
You're charging now.
Okay, so the top plug-in must not be working or something, I guess. Okay. That's nice to know.
The flashlight. Somebody probably hit the other light.
Yeah. So we actually
have.
They have. This house is weird. But they actually have a light switch for our outlets.
The middle switch on both of those, one operates the top outlet, the other one operates the bottom outlet.
Is that common?
No.
It can be. No, because if you plug in, say, a light or something into it, and so you come home and you want to flip on a Christmas tree that's plugged in, you want to flip on something else.
All right, no, that's pretty cool.
You can.
I kind of like that.
Switch, and you can turn off or on the outlet from that.
I do kind of like that. That's actually not.
Yeah. So
it's useful. It's just we don't use it.
Well, now we're hiring an electrician to come to our house and rewire everything.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just got to know.
Yeah.
House channel is amazing. Yeah, it's pretty good, Adam.
All right, so we got that figured out. So Nationals is a little bit easier this year.
Yeah, definitely.
But so this is my first one lefty, but
2,300s in a matter of a couple months. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
But I've got a set kind of a set kind of arsenal of stuff for trickier, tougher, flatter stuff, and so it's just going to be my typical sport pattern arsenal, because all you do on the left side is, since it's fresh the entire time, there's no such thing as throwing this to break the lane down, and then throwing this once you get some track friction, and then throwing this once the heads get burnt up, and then throwing this when you have to get deep and whatever else. It's all about playing on a fresh pattern the entire time. So whether that's urethane or whether that's some reactive ball that's chalky or whatever else, some difficult patterns are a little bit more playable, like chromium. I can usually don't have to use urethane, can usually use something reactive, but still
Depends on where you bowl.
somewhat smooth. And yeah, it depends on where you bowl. And so when you're building a bag on the right side, you kind of build it for fresh, transition, head burn, getting deeper, whatever else. You kind of build kind of a stair step of, okay, well, this, a couple different shapes for fresh, couple different shapes for transition, couple different shapes for this. And so you kind of mix and match based on transition.
Mm-hmm.
On the left side, you build it based on, okay, I need to take all these different options,
right,
so that I can figure out what works. Mm-hmm. And then I'll probably be there all day. But if you're familiar enough with the house, and that's the interesting thing, is that a lot of professional bowlers, or especially when you move pairs every game, at sweepers or something, they will get to know, okay, well, this lane hooks a little bit more than this lane, or this pair hooks more than the last.
You start
pair,
learning topography a little bit,
or whatever else.
Yes.
But it's very stark and obvious on the left side of the lane because it's fresh. It's always fresh. So I can tell lane to lane differences a whole lot easier, because sometimes you'll hit, depending on what end of the house you start on, or what lanes or whatever else, you're going to hit different pairs or different lanes at different stages of transition on the right side. And so it's like, okay, well, is it this lane itself, or is there a little bit more transition on this lane as opposed to another lane, or, whatever else. And so on the left side of the lane, it's become very, very apparent.
Please tell me you're taking pitch black fast pitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah,
it's got to go. I'm sorry. I think you're going to be in the fast pitch a lot.
Yep. Adam Day is going to be in.
Yeah, I saw Adam. I saw this morning on the news. Actually, it was so hot out there that our local weather guy said pointed out it's 116 in Vegas today.
Yeah, but it's going to cool. It's going to cool down. It's going to get all the way down to.
Is it because you're coming out there?
It's going to get all the way
Coolwick,
down. Yeah,
it's going to cool it down.
Yeah, I'm just going to cool it down out there.
Had to do
so we're going to go.
Bad,
it's going to go all the way down to like 108 or something.
Oh, look out! Winter's coming.
What beer are you guys drinking? We're drinking what is that, Maduro?
I have no idea. My wife found it.
Maduro brown ale from Cigar City Brewing
It's
Company.
Actually not terrible. Boo, that was bad.
Yeah.
I know, Shannon. I know. It was not good. It was not good.
So
it's not terrible though.
So what I build my bag around on the left side, or what I have been.
Yep.
If I'm going on something tough, I'm just not going to take anything shiny. I've been able to get away with the dark code on a couple different things, just because the cover is so strong, the core is so strong, so it actually gives me more traction than I'm expecting. I probably should fit it into the Nationals bag somewhere, but I don't think it's going. So anyway, we're driving, so I'm taking 9. You can only check 8 in, but what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to take 6 into team.
The car?
Yeah, I'm going to take 6 into team. And I'm going to trade 3 of them out to take into doubles and singles.
Because
it's not like junior, it's not like junior gold or something else where you have to have the same 6 balls for absolutely everything. When you check in 6 balls on day 1, that's the only 6 balls you can use throughout the whole tournament.
Yep.
This is just, you can only check in 8 at a time. So
congrats, Chris, on the 299 dark code.
Yeah. Sweet. I've had some pretty good. I shot 1020 with it a couple weeks ago in our scratch league.
Oh, I'm sending you or Angel, probably Angel. I'm sending them into the motive booth. It's going to happen.
Oh yeah, for some.
By the way, we partner with Coolwick, so
yeah,
all the jerseys that are out there sitting out are Coolwick, and they have a baseball one, and I want.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing, because our Swiss Trios team name is "Have You Seen My Baseball?"
It's all because of my chamois, though, right?
Have you seen my baseball? For anybody that's seen, There's Something About Mary.
Right. It's all is around my baseball Genesis baseball chamois, because I always lose it. I'm always, where's this dang thing? Have you seen my baseball? And it'll get changed at some point, because you can change it.
Yeah, you can change your team name, so it might even make it to the.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
we have to be space kitties at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. What's that meow?
I'm surprised the team name hasn't been "How tall is Jonathan" yet.
Yeah. What's that meow? We were 2 1/3 men last year.
I watched that yesterday morning, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did. What's that meow?
Oh my god. Yeah. What's that meow?
And he's sitting there counting.
Yeah. What's that meow?
Recommended at nationals to miss the fronds, laying it down the front, my master.
Oh gosh, that's
You can check in 8 balls per squad at the Open Championships. They don't track between the different squads, so you can bring 8 different balls.
Exactly. So yeah,
why wouldn't they check it that though? That doesn't make sense.
Well, they don't, because of the new rules. They don't weigh them anymore because
USBC sucks.
Yeah, you have to. Well, you have to be, because there's 3 ounces either side. Like, it has to be egregious and crazy to even register.
The most annoying thing ever was going into nationals and having them put it on the scale and weigh it.
Yeah.
And
so
you need to go put holes in this.
You can check stuff in, but they're not going. They don't pay attention. It'd be really hard to pay attention to it anyway. So yeah, you can bring, if you can take that many bowling balls, or if you live in Las Vegas or something like that, you can take 8 balls to team. You can take 8 completely different balls to doubles and singles. So I'm probably going to take a certain amount in, and I'll probably take 8 into each one and just trade 1 ball out, because I'm probably not going to. I'm going to take both urethanes to everything, but there's probably 1 ball that I'm going to need, or I would think about for team that I wouldn't think about for doubles and singles. So anyway, I'm taking my 2 urethane balls. So I'm taking the fast pitch and the pitch black. No. I think. Oh wow.
Yeah, she's been in a gymnastics kick. Not here right now. We're streaming. my little one's trying to do gymnastics in front of us.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, they've never tracked which balls. They just check them in. But most people fly in. So most people are not going to bring any more than 6 to begin with, let alone 8, let alone enough to switch anything out. So it's kind of a rule that they don't really have to police, because nobody's going to bring more than that anyway.
So did you fully? I don't know if, not to cut you off, it was just hot on my brain here. Did you say what balls you were planning on bringing? What your thought process is like? Not your thought process, but what 8 or 9 or 10 or whatever you're going to bring.
Yeah, that's what I'm working into.
Okay,
here,
yeah, just I mean, it's going to be a pitch black fast pitch, so we know.
Yeah, pitch black fast pitch. So I'm taking 9. So pitch black fast pitch are the first 2, and then my other one that always goes everywhere is promotion.
Oh yeah,
and it's kind of
it's basically urethane.
It's urethane without being urethane.
Yeah,
it's
early and smooth.
It's kind of, it reacts a lot like, now that I've gotten a lot of use on it, it reacts a lot like the fast pitch, just with a little bit more back end.
You're gonna drill a freshie for it?
No. I'm gonna go freshen up the cover. So I'm gonna go put some reactive scuff on it, and then I'm gonna sand the fast pitch back down, because if you let it shine up, it just doesn't hook at all.
Yeah.
Period.
Did you throw it at all on Sunday?
No. I didn't even take it Sunday, because it just doesn't hook. So I got to put the surface back on it. And so that's a nice little, because when it was fresh at Swiss Trios last year, it looked amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Because
the wall with that thing.
It's longer and a little bit more punch than the pitch black. The pitch black is really early and then gets really smooth down lane. The fast pitch goes further down the lane and gives me a little bit more punch. So it's a urethane idea with a couple different looks. And then the Pro Motion is the other thing, where it's very urethane in what it does. It's just a little bit more punch even than either of the urethane balls. So if it's a little dirty up front, I need something that goes a little bit longer with a little bit more punch. So those are kind of my 3 stages of urethane.
Okay.
So once I get out of that, then I'm taking my IQ Tornado Pearl, which is another one that's early and smooth. It's a urethane idea, but stronger.
What about an IQ Solid?
I was thinking about taking that, but the cover, it can be a little flippy. I think that there's better options now for tough stuff than the IQ Tour. I think a lot of people you don't see it much. You see it a lot in qualifying for like the pro stuff, but you just don't see it you don't see it as much as stuff like an Axiom and a Phase 2 and a Zen, and
you don't see a lot of lefties throwing IQ Tours anyways.
Yeah, the stronger stuff. And so the IQ Tour would be a good look for me on a house shot, but I already have plenty of good looks on a house shot.
Dark Code's going to go, maybe?
No, I don't think that the Dark Code is not going to go, I don't think.
Really?
Yeah.
It's probably going to be too skid flip for you out there.
Probably.
Wow.
And from what I've heard, I'm not going to need that strong. Well, I'm taking my RSTX1.
Right.
Which is another, it's
Reality?
It's Microtracks. Nope, I'm not taking a Reality. But yeah, just wait here. So I'm taking,
I'm just guessing.
Yeah. So the first 3 we've got fast pitch, pitch black, promotion.
Yeah.
Then the next 3 are IQ Tornado Pearl, RSTX1, and an Idol.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
So so those are all going to be, those are varying degrees of the same type of. Yeah, I'm gonna
Freshen it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna freshen everything up because the idle's gotten a little shiny.
You gonna take anything other than promotion? Leave it lane shine. Well, I guess you're not the promotion you're gonna hit with service.
I think I'm gonna leave the Idle Pro lane shine.
So you're taking that.
I'm taking an Idle Pro.
Okay.
So
urethane for doubles and singles looks better. They said.
So yeah, the urethane. I've got the 3 for kind of my urethane pod, and then I've got my 3 my stronger controls. So I'll have the IQ Tornado Pearl, which is gonna be the smoothest, the smoothest of those.
Yeah.
And then the Idle is gonna be it's got a little bit more punch and it's stronger, and then I've got even a little bit more punch. And flippier with the RSTX1, but they all kind of share a similar shape.
Yeah.
They're just varying degrees of how early and how strong they are. And then my kind of wild card, the last 3 for the wild cards are going to be my Idle Pro. So the Idle Pro is kind of an idle idea, but it's even a little bit flippier. So if I've got more, it's strong, but it's a little bit flippier than the Idle. So if it's not quite as strong,
right.
But it's same idea, just not quite as strong and more shape. And so if we have some room to work with on either one of these patterns, and
sounds like
any of those
are
too early and too flat, then I can pull that out and have kind of a different look with that.
Sounds like singles and doubles is where it's going to be. You're going to have your room.
Yeah.
But so did we get all of them?
Huh?
Did we hit them all?
No, that's 7.
Idle Pro.
Yeah, that's 7.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then I'm taking my Zero Gravity.
You ready for a fresh class after this one? Or do you want to stay with these?
Ooh, Rattler.
Let's
we just stick with these. Yeah.
He's still chugging over here. So sorry. Luke likes to ramble and then forgets he has a beer in his hand. And I never forget I have beer in my hand. We're going to remember having him. So you're at Idle Pro. Oh, yeah. Chug it.
I'm in my wild cards now. So Idle Pro. And then I've got a Zero Gravity, which is an old storm ball from 2013, 2014 or something.
So that's not overseas, was it?
No, It was actually stateside, but it's ERG solid. So the cover from
you failed.
Yeah.
You failed miserably.
No. It's the dip and it's the dip and the table.
No, it's not, Luke.
No,
it's not, Luke.
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't care.
We have that big bottle next. So.
Oh gosh.
So.
You're not fond of the Zen, somebody said. No, Luke does not care for it.
Well, and that's the thing, is that it was perfect and this is kind of what I hate a little bit, because I just said all kinds of really nice things about it in the review, and it was perfect for me in the review. I have no idea what was different, but I think part of it is that I was throwing it good, and then I got some mechanical issues going on, and then
different.
It wasn't with my mechanic. Nothing really looked good when I was throwing it bad. But it's very strong. I think that's probably what the deal is that it would force me inside and then it would kind of quit on me.
Yeah.
But I was throwing it really good for the review. And then I think that's when my kind of funk started.
Somebody asked, by the way, this is still on the Nationals topic. How many lefties do you have with you on your group? 2, right? You and Chaz?
Yeah, it's me and Chaz.
That's what I thought. Okay.
So if anybody's been to the Greater Ozarks tournament in Springfield, Missouri, I'm going with the guy that used to run it. His wife took over for him a couple years ago, and now she's quitting because they have a couple kids now, and so and it's really, really busy. I mean, that's the next biggest, longest running tournament next to Nationals.
She is helping run it again this year.
Yeah. She's gonna help get them through the process, and then they're gonna step away. But it's been like 78, 79 years this tournament's been running. It goes from March to June,
and full squads every weekend.
Yeah, every weekend, and so it's crazy.
So
it's
if you're
really
not far from decent travel from the Missouri area, Springfield, Missouri area, and around that time frame, go bowl. You will not be disappointed. That city's a lot of fun too. Speaking of that, we'll be down there in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're going to be down there in a couple weeks.
Not for that tournament though.
So it's a different couple tournaments.
Maybe we'll do some kind of stream while we're down there.
Yeah. Yep. We'll be down there and we'll see Casey Murphy. If anybody knows Casey, he's also got a YouTube channel. He throws
probably
it pretty good.
Not going to see Kevin because I think the summer tour is going on. I think that's the first week of the summer tour.
We won't see Kevin, but we'll see. And actually, Spencer Robarge is from Springfield as well.
Yes, he is. But he may bowl.
Yeah, him and Blake Demore.
He may bowl.
Yeah. But we get to see Casey Murphy and get to go down there. So anyway, the last 3 balls that I'm taking,
Sorry,
kind
I
of
keep bouncing off your
kind of my wild cards. The Axie or the Idol Pro, if I can actually use it.
Yep.
Because it's a little bit more shape than anything else.
I bet it won't get thrown.
Probably not, but it's a little bit more shape. It's controllable enough, but it's a little bit more shape than anything else I'm bringing. Then the next one is the Zero Gravity, which again is a very E-Trax. It's ERG, and so that cover, I don't think ERG Solid was only on that ball stateside. They had ERG Pearl on the Bite and the Crux Pearl, I believe. Right. I don't think we ever saw ERG Hybrid, but it's basically, as far as I know, it's NRG or Nano without the Nano additive. So it's like a stronger version of R2S. So, or it's a very, very familiar. So anybody that's thrown the Idol Pearl, the Rubicon UC2 UFO Alert that's coming out, or that has actually came out last week. But any nuclear cell, any E-Trax cover, ERG is very similar. So ERG Solid is a very similar cover to the Idol Pro, but the Zero Gravity core was wild. So it's almost it's a 255 RG, which is really high. It's asymmetric, but it's a 255 RG, which is kind of like MVP Pearl.
Zero Gravity.
Or like the MVP line, the high roads are 257. So it's a core that wants to get down the lane further, but it's a really low differential. It's 035. Yeah.
It's overseas, right?
No, it was actually stateside. West Beck had one of them.
Really?
The Shape Lock LD, or low density. So that's basically what they did with the Shape Lock.
Zero Gravity there.
So they did the same thing with the Zero Gravity that they're about to do with the Trend 2. They took the Shape Lock.
What did I think?
The Shape Lock core is from the Virtual Series. And they lowered the density. Yeah. And so it's a 255 RG, 035 differential, and like an 009 intermediate differential. So it's like one of the Honey Badgers that came out. It's kind of a higher RG, lower differential, very, very mild intermediate differential, or PSA strength.
Right.
And so it's a cleaner cover. It is asymmetric, but it acts like one of the asymmetric Honey Badgers is kind of what it acts like. So it's something that is asymmetric, so it's going to pop. It does have plenty of traction, but it's going to get down the lane. It's kind of like a weaker. It's like a longer and stronger phase 2.
Are you brand new drilling it, or
no? I've actually used it for the first 3 or 4 games at Aaron's on Neon the other day. I think that's what I threw pretty well the entire day. It looks like a PBR.
Oh, okay.
It looks like a PBR. It looks like a phase 2. So that's
speaking of phase 2. Is that going to be your last ball?
No.
You're not taking a phase 2 to nationals.
Crux Prime.
Ugh, spec.
I'm taking the Crux Prime. Ugh. So that's going to be one of those.
You're not taking a phase 2. Really?
No, I'm not taking a phase 2. I'm not taking an IQ Tour. I'm not taking anything shiny. So it's a lot of stuff.
Well, you're taking an Idol Pro. Oh no, Idol Pro's not shiny. It's it's what's solid,
Yeah, fast pitch. So Angel's been keeping track. Fast pitch, pitch black, promotion, RSTX1, IQ TNP, OG Idol, and then my last kind of grab bag is Idol Pro, Crux Prime, Zero Gravity.
I cannot believe you're not going to take phase 2.
So nope, there's several.
And take one in a bag. And
there's several that I'm leaving at home. I feel like I should probably take the Dark Code. Probably would find some play. I'm also leaving that Volt Solid. I really wanted to take that, but I just don't have the room for it.
Probably look pretty good. Why don't you just make another like a 2-ball bag and take a phase 2 and a Volt Solid?
Yeah, I could probably take 11. Of course, we're taking Bruce's stuff, and we're taking some stuff for Angel just in case.
Oh, you're taking Bruce's stuff?
Yeah, we're taking Bruce's stuff, and then we're going to take some stuff for Chaz and Dallas. So,
gosh, you guys borrowing a car?
Yeah, Roto Kyle. So that's the thing. The only shiny ball I took was the Synergy, and I never used it. That's the other thing. So I was thinking about taking a Synergy because I really like it, but on the left side of the lane, it's going to be fresh the entire time.
There's going to be a decent amount of volume too.
So yeah, there's no reason to take anything shiny. There's no reason to take anything flippy. I've got to mitigate. And the Idol Pro is flippy enough. I'm going to leave it shiny. And so I do have a couple options. And the RSTX1, even though I'm going to have it sanded, because it's asymmetric, it's still pretty flippy. I'm also going to leave the zero gravity polish too. So
Right.
if the Idol Pro is maybe even a little early, but I like that general shape, then I can use the zero gravity.
Okay.
But I don't need anything pearl. I don't need anything shiny.
Yeah.
But the Crux Prime is, again, another kind of...
It's not my favorite.
Yeah, well, it's fruity, and it's a little tart, so...
Kind of like a sour. Yeah. I don't do sours, for those of you that don't know that.
Hashtag be cool. Be cool crew.
Be
Coolwick. Coolwick
Hashtag
apparel.
be cool crew.
I've got it memorized already.
Hashtag be cool. Hashtag be cool crew. Hashtag Coolwick.
Yeah, I need to drill a frickin' honey badger.
Thoughts on Sean
Intensity.
Rash's scores at Nationals?
Honey
Amazing.
Badger intensity.
Intensity. I'll even use your thing. Thoughts on Sean Rash's scores at Nationals? Very good. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
With no other way to describe it. The guy just aced everything. So mad props.
Yeah, people complain about all kinds of stuff, but it's an
Mm.
open tournament. They
Open
only allow 2 pros, or I think they only allow 1 pro.
Back in the
one
day, they didn't
professional.
allow touring players, didn't they?
Yeah, they didn't allow touring players, but it's an open tournament.
See, I 100% truthfully believe they should make it an amateur event.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if they want to do that, cool.
I think they should 100% make it a full amateur
Open,
event.
the USBC Open Championship. So if you have a USBC card, you can go bowl. They do have plenty of restrictions on team assembly.
Now that the PBA is trying to cut the USBC at the legs with their new sanctioning thing, did you not see that? They're butting heads.
Yeah.
You didn't see that?
Uh-uh.
PBA is now introducing their own sanctioning thing where you can sanction your league through the PBA instead of the USBC.
Oh, sweet.
Rings, patches, and they're doing everything like virtual.
Oh,
So yeah.
sweet.
So they're butting heads at it.
Yeah.
And so if you guys haven't seen that, check it out.
Yeah, Sean Rash was
Pull that
using a honey badger intensity, I believe, for all 9 games. So I probably should be drilling one of those and taking one of those. I just got realities in, which we were actually going to drill and shoot for those yesterday, but I wouldn't have had any time to get anything done with those.
There it is. PBA certified league bowler. Brand new membership program.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, we haven't even plugged Discord yet. Yeah, join Discord.
Yeah, join the Discord. We have a $5 a month on Patreon if you want to join that too. That gets you into the private channels and a bunch of extra stuff that we don't really want to
Also the free side.
talk about here. But yeah, if you just want to get on to a great bowling chat
And just talk bowling all
and
day long.
talk bowling, yeah, everybody,
All day
I can't keep up with the stuff. So I'm really thankful for Mr. Bill and James, which is Shimwrecker, and Ilpad, which is Brian, and then Aaron.
Brian's in here at some point, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I thought I saw
Really help out a bunch because I just can't keep up with the stuff. They spend most of their time in there.
Like people will literally be
So.
in there all day long.
Mhm.
But yeah, join the Discord, hang out with us, talk bowling, and freaking server admin can barely keep up.
Kyle. Roto Kyle watched all the games and he used the new Badger, all 9 firing with no hand, which is what I'm going to have to do on the left side. So that's why I'm not taking any shiny, weaker covers. Stuff like the UFO alert looks good. The dark code looks good, but I just don't see myself being able to throw something shiny. So I'm going to take varying degrees of...
Watch out.
I've got some nano, but I've got some cleaner covers. I've got some urethane. Yeah. So I've got kind of a, like I said, my urethane pod.
Sorry, dog shakes.
Yeah. Fast pitch black, ProMotion, which optics very urethane and it has a very urethane-y look to it. And I have my next pod of stronger but controllable stuff in several different levels. So the IQ True Nano Pearl is the smoothest. The Idol is a little bit stronger, a little bit more pop, and then the RST X1 is asymmetric, a little bit stronger, a little bit more pop, but they're all nano-based covers. Yep. So NRG Pearl on the TNP, Microtrax 18, Microtrax S18 on the Idol, which is another nano-based cover.
Yep.
Microtrax is Roto's Nano. It's a little bit stronger formula, I believe.
Right.
But then it's Microtrax... I think it's just Microtrax on the RSTX1. It might be Microtrax H20, but I think it's Microtrax.
I used to know this stuff. I don't know it anymore.
Yeah. But the RSTX1, so those are all 3 of my nano covers. Yeah. And then my kind of grab bag, just in case if I have it, the Idol Pro, which is very Idol-like, which is very round, but has more length, more pop. The Zero Gravity, which has ERG Solid, which is very similar to E-Trax, but it's got a lot weaker. It's got a lot weaker core, so it's more of a high road, like an asymmetric high road, or like a honey badger type idea.
Right.
If I can throw it, and then the extra one is my Crux Prime, which is kind of a urethane. It's a very, very strong. So it's like a crazy strong asymmetric pitch black is kind of how it works for me. So in case I can use something that strong, or if we actually do want to burn the ditch up a little bit, that's going to be very helpful. So I've got a very varied bag of several different ideas, but all kind of within the same.
Just move left and play the rail.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Whether I'm going to need a little bit more shape, a little bit less shape, a little bit more traction, a little bit earlier read from the cores, a little bit later read from the cores.
Yeah.
So I've got what I feel is a pretty good.
Go take a look in 2 different players, but go take a look at like Martell.
Yeah,
because he's got some videos on there from when he bowled at Nationals. Just take a look. I mean, he urethane and he had big numbers, big. I think he shot 300 with Purple Tank. So just get in there, kind of an idea that would give you. I see if I can find that video, and I think you'd be able to bounce off that.
Yeah, I need to drill. So what we're going to do here before too long is I'm going to drill. We're going to do videos for the Honey Badger Intensity because both Angel and I want to throw that one.
Oh, sweet.
I just got my reality in, so we've both got realities now. We really want to drill those and do videos really for those. So yeah, mine looks crazy cool.
The PBA new membership will also enable you to do fantasy leagues and virtual tournaments.
Yeah. PBA league thing is hooked up with Lane Talk to get some cool stuff. Sick. Yes. And there's also a Storm Lightning rounds thing that they just started where you can compete with anybody else across the world in a center that
Frank
has
hooked that
Lane
up
Talk.
out in Aaron,
So Frank's got it hooked up out at Aaron.
Yeah.
So
We do a drilling stream later maybe for the realities and the intensities. Test out the mics.
probably.
Did you get the cord in?
It's in the
then.
so we haven't checked them in 2 days.
Possibly. We'll see how the day goes. But
Well, I didn't know if you wanted to say something.
well, we might do it when we get
Which
back.
ball is your go-to ball? Are you talking to Luke, I'm assuming? Just
What
are you
have I
talking in
been-
general? Like if you're walking to a center and you don't know what's in front of you, what do you grab first? I'm assuming that's what you're asking, Randall?
I mean, it's my go-to ball. I use the ProMotion mostly for spares now.
Thank you, Bill.
But yeah, shot goes for every motive player. I mean, it's not a bad way to go. I don't know what I've been using the most of.
I would literally grab a Venom Shock if I don't know what's in front of me. So
because I threw the Volt Solid, so I got that bright green Volt Solid. Angel didn't like hers, and so I just kind of re-drilled it.
The green one,
yeah, because it's symmetric. CG doesn't matter, and she always puts the pin right above her bridge. So all I had to do was plug the thumb and move it.
I love the color.
Even though the CG's on the negative side for me, the CG placement doesn't freaking matter, and it looked great. I shot 930 with it for pre-bowling after going 215, 190.
Don't hate on the
410.
balls,
Had 410 going in and shot 927.
They're making fun of us because we like
4.
balls.
But yeah, she's really disappointed that she didn't like the Volt Solid, but it's like a solid high road, really. It's 257.045 or something like that.
I love the colors. Like that green is just
or
awesome.
256.045. So
Isn't that green with a yellow
Volt
labeling,
Solid
like a
looks,
different weird color?
Yeah.
Is it yellow?
It's yellow.
That green is so awesome though.
Yeah, so I threw it for pre-bowling for Thursday, and it looked great. I've thrown the dark code.
You threw it a little bit when we bowled Thursday night.
Yeah, I tried it. I needed more tape, and I just didn't want to fiddle with the tape at the time. And I can't remember what I ended up throwing.
Well, we were bowling a team where we needed to get points as much as we could. So
I can't remember what I ended up throwing Thursday.
Thursday, you threw a phase 0 for a little bit.
Yeah, through the phase 0. Oh, that was the proton physics.
That's right. You did throw the
That's
proton
what I threw. And it's too strong.
It is very strong. I just received the reality and took it to Florida State tournament, threw out a box and killed it. Congratulations.
And that's what I'm going to say. The reality is not as strong as UFO, proton physics, whatever else.
Yeah.
It feels a lot like I shouldn't say feels. It looks a lot like a Jackal Ghost. So that's and the
legends never die.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I'm kind of excited to drill that, plus the Honey Badger Intensity too. All kinds of people.
That Jackal Ghost is just a different animal, man.
How different is the High Road Max compared to the High Road Nano? Well, they're both nano-based covers. It's just the High Road Max has a little bit more traction and a little bit more shape than the High Road Nano. So the High Road Nano was like a stronger rocket ship. It's still pretty early, but pretty smooth. The NEX cover adds both traction and shape somehow.
Did we, before we go any further, we kind of touched all of our topics we wanted to touch, right?
I think so.
So I guess we can get into questions for a couple minutes before we sign off here.
Yeah.
Did you want to do one more beer?
Well, yeah. I got to go get that.
We can do
bottle,
some question time here now.
We're going to do some questions, and then we can talk about the staffer thing that we wanted to get into a little bit more.
We got more. We can dive way more into that.
Mm-hmm.
We can definitely dive way more into that. Volgreen.
The whole must be nice thing. Because I have some stories to tell.
TJ Blanding. Thanks, Mr. Yeah, we can. Oh, yeah. He's going to get a beer here. We can sit here and fire off the questions. Yeah, and once again, Luke or Shim just posted the Discord chat or the Discord. Luke, I can't talk today. The link for the Discord. Come join us out on that side, and we talk bowling all day long, all night long, whatever. There's a Patreon side to it that's $5 a month.
Mm-hmm.
That gets you to the other sides of the channel.
The
but we
Boulevard
are always on the free side too. So,
all right.
When is the X2 review, Luke?
Oh, whenever I get it. It doesn't come out until September, so I'm not going to get it until
you won't get that for
early August, mid-August. Yeah, it's going to be another month before I get that or the Trend 2.
I still don't even have the top throw yet.
So yeah, Money Badger. So yeah, we have I have a couple of pink badgers. So I need to drill my Honey Badger Pink Fury. That just has to happen. Here? This is Boulevard Saison Brett. So it's a dry hopped farmhouse ale. So they took Tank 7. You've had Tank 7.
Oh, right? Yeah, amazing.
Based on our beloved Tank 7, this astonishing Saison is assertively dry hopped with Amarillo, Calypso, and Citra hops, then bottle conditioned with Brettanomyces, a strain of wild yeast that imparts a distinctive earthy quality.
So it sounds dark.
Warm cellared for 3 months. The Brett character is deliciously apparent on release, but it's just getting started. So I love this type of stuff. Any of these that come in the big wine bottles.
Oh, yeah, they're amazing.
Are a whole lot of fun. You get a new Electrify Solid yet? No, that got backed off to September too. So
yeah, I saw that.
No Electrify Solid yet. I will be getting one of those, and I do have a Hustle Ink. I have a Utah Hustle Ink.
That's right, you do. Yeah.
To compare to.
That's right.
So
been getting 30 racks of
hams lately. Yeah.
I don't know how you can drink that. Pop the top.
Yeah.
Did we just celebrate? Whoa. Fire.
Yeah. Fire in the hole.
All right. You still have finish that over there.
Yep. Yeah. So I figured it's a bigger bottle, so I figured I'd let you get started here.
Oh gosh. I actually have to go bowl here shortly.
Yeah.
I want to be able to walk.
Yeah.
I'll do one more.
Yeah, you'll be pre-gamed already. So
no, that's fine. Nice and loose.
Yeah,
dribbled.
So
sounded like champagne, and it's basically.
Yeah, it comes in a big kind of wine style bottle here.
That was to celebrate our Coolwick thing.
Yeah.
And we're taking questions I think for a minute, or did you want to get into staff stuff?
Yeah, I can get into the staff stuff. So I have stories.
Wow, that is good. I've never had that.
Yeah, that's why I like these big wine bottles, because they do some crazy stuff.
Take cover. Hashtag or exclamation point table.
Yeah. So inevitably, one of the first things that people say with, of course, on the Sean Rash thing, it's like, well, I mean, if you're a pro and you get all kinds of free stuff given to you, yeah, anybody could succeed doing that.
I did see a lot of those comments.
That doesn't. That never the cart never comes before the horse.
No,
you have to put in the work. Mm-hmm. You have to be objective. You have to be honest with yourself and what you're doing. You have to put in the work first, because I remember
and have a good personality
Sean Rash
too.
First got here because he's from Alaska. He came to bowl at Wichita State. I remember seeing him at some of the GMJBTs that we used to bowl.
Too. Yep.
I remember working the shop at the bowling alley a long time ago when we had State there at Westridge, and he came in and shot 800 back to back for singles and doubles.
My goodness.
On the high end, he shot 80 back to back. But, he put in the work, and he put in all the kinds of everything. It's really funny. I probably should share this, but Packy found something the other day. So 7 years ago, he did a video for Bowlers Mart, I believe.
Packy? Yeah. I remember this video.
So it was the Radical Reacts Pearl and something else, I guess. he's good friends with Chris Forey.
And this was Chris Forey from Buddies.
Yeah, Buddies. Yeah. So it's not Bowler's Mart, it's Buddies Pro Shop.
Yeah, Buddies Pro Shop.
Chris
Forey is a super guy.
Yeah, speaking of which, Coolwick kind of has a thing with Bowler's Mart.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
I digress. But anyway, so they had Packy on 7 years ago when Packy was not very good.
Don't even think he was a staffer at the time yet.
No, he was just a friend of Chris Forey's. That's kind of when he started really working on things, was 7-8 years ago. So they put him on a video, and the video was bad because he was playing like fourth arrow or something. He was coming right up the back of the ball,
puking.
roll out, puking, whatever else. It was just a bad looking video.
It was not good.
Well, I, in my infinite wisdom and all of my skill and prowess and experience and whatever else back then, before anything happened, I had to get on there and I said something like, ouch, this kid is totally playing the lanes wrong. Everything's looking like puke and roll out machines and whatever else. Well, one of his buddies happened to be looking through old videos a few weeks ago, and he found it. Yeah, he sent me something, and he's like, "Dude, you're not going to believe this." And so he sent me a picture of it. He said, "Yeah, my buddy was looking through old videos, that we put on YouTube and whatever." And this one came up, and it was like I told him to read the comments. I said, I found this one from you 7 years ago where you're kind of roasting me. And I'm like, oh my God.
I felt like an a-hole.
Yeah. Because Packy has spent a ridiculous amount of time and put in a ridiculous amount of effort. 7 years ago, he wasn't great. Now he's crazy good.
If you're into the two-handed thing, that kid throws it amazing.
It's been work and bowling and bowling and bowling and bowling and bowling. And so if you go if you're interested in seeing this, go find the Buddies Pro Shop video for the Radical Reacts Pearl and something else from 7 years ago.
James will find it. Get it in here and post the link to it, James.
Post the link, James.
Come on, James. Where you at? Haven't been with us in a couple of weeks.
So if you watch that and then you go see how good Packy is today, completely ignore my ridiculously stupid comment.
It was Luke showed me this the other day.
I'm working on it. Gosh, I figured he was already working on it. But if you look at Packy then, which is Patrick, it was on there as Pat. He wasn't even Packy yet. He
Patrick
was Patrick
Hanrahan. Yeah. By the way, those of you that have not had a chance to meet that kid, he is an unbelievable guy. Really, really good guy.
Yeah. But
we basically bowl mini PBA regionals around here every week.
Yeah.
So
he has worked really hard.
Yeah.
And put in a ton of time, ton of effort, whatever else. Wichita State. He's a DV8 staffer now.
Brunswick.
DV8 Brunswick.
I kind of think they bounce him around.
Yeah, Radical Torrid Affair and Reacts Pearl.
Are you happy now? He found it.
Yeah. Finally. Gosh, what am I not paying you for?
James, you're slacking because you haven't been with us in a couple weeks. You've been too busy bowling or something.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? It's a bowling channel, and we're my doubles partner here in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
He's going to get the tables out at me at some point.
So whenever you see something like the Sean Rash thing or like the mask police, whenever USBC, their mask came down under their nose for like 2 seconds at, 52:48 or something like that. And people get all excited about, and
I saw complaints that
you have all the bowling balls in the world. It's like, well, he can only take.
It's funny you say that because we can kind of lead into the staffer talk. I also saw a lot of complaints about people saying, well, those staffers are getting to throw balls that aren't released yet.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of people complaining about that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he's getting like the velocity. People take that, for example. Well, he's getting to throw a velocity and that ball's not released, so I don't have the opportunity to throw it.
Yeah.
It's sanctioned or it's USBC approved, so who cares?
Yeah. So that's the one thing that people are frying out about with the whole mask thing. It's like, well, we want it to be equal and even. So even though the mask the mask rules have disappeared, we still want to make people bowl in the mask so it's all even and equal. It's like, okay, well, what about all the bowling balls that are released now that I now can use at the end of the tournament versus
they weren't there at the beginning of the tournament?
Yeah, that weren't there at the beginning of the tournament.
The mask thing is stupid. I don't think it makes a difference whether you wear it or you don't.
The mask thing's ridiculous.
I'm sorry. It does not affect you from foul line or from set to foul line.
It really doesn't.
We bowled in them for how long?
Yeah, we bowled in them, and actually, at Ward Parkway the last time where we had normally you could take them down and put them back up, it makes you a little hot.
Glasses. If you wear glasses, it's horrible.
That's it.
It's horrible. It really is. But I would literally just take it, pull it out for a minute, get them unfogged, put it back. It sucks.
But actually bowling in them, it's just obnoxious more than it's just obnoxious. It's not any kind of a detriment. Gain. No, there's no performance gain. There's no performance loss. I bowled with them on, bowled with them off.
No.
Angel and I both made the stepladder that day at that Ward Parkway tournament where they were eyeballing and. So we've already had nationals prep.
I bowled that one,
Yeah, the Charmeleon, the shark Charmeleon.
Oh, you mean the one that I threw urethane down and went dead straight and I ran to the car? That was a really bad day.
Supposed to be Cheetah, but was laid down over a used house shot for youth leagues that had a bunch of.
It's a common theme. Anytime I walk in that building, it's a really bad day. I have cashed there once, believe it or not. One time.
The only times I've ever made bonus bowling have been at Ward Parkway.
Put that over there. Their house shot is actually like a mini cheetah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of head.
Heck yeah.
Cheetah house. Oh yeah, that was rough. Yeah. Yeah. James was James with us? Yeah, he bowled. He bowled that day.
He might have, was that the
Yeah, James was there.
Okay, so that was that one, but it was the following one.
The one that Riley broke his hand.
Riley broke his hand at.
The one when I was in Wichita, I think.
Yeah.
I was bowling somewhere else. No, I was in Emporia. Bowling in Emporia. No, we don't always bowl together. We may always be together, or we're not always bowling together. Cheetah house, that was rough. Yeah, it was bad. That was. It still had cheetah tendencies. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, Ward Parkway's house shot's difficult enough.
And that's what I cashed on, believe it or not.
Yeah. So the other thing is they tell, all these bowlers that have, Sean Rash has all this equipment. Well, he can only take 8 balls into the squad, just like everybody else.
Come on, guys.
So,
chill out.
There is that.
Wow.
But here's the thing, is that when Angel and I got married, before that, I've worked 60, 70 hours a week.
Man, come try this
for 20 years. 20 since I was 20. I got 2 jobs when I was 20, and then for the last 20 years, whether it's been
you're getting questions there.
Pro Shop, I actually approached. I'll get into that.
We'll get into that because we're going to talk more staff stuff
for just a few minutes. I will actually get into that. So when I turned 20, I got 2 different jobs. Started working 60, 70 hours a week. And I got into the Pro Shop. I actually had 3 jobs for a while. That was really interesting. So I had 2 part-time jobs and 1 full-time job. So I stocked shelves overnight at a grocery store. Yeah, this one's, I think you'll like this one because it's kind of what he likes, but it's kind of what I like too. It's got a little bit of tartness to it, but it's got that IPA thing.
By the way, those are the new T-shirts, the Bullify T-shirts. That was my parting gift.
Yeah,
they're terrible.
Yeah.
They're terrible.
Oh yeah, so that's terrible.
They show them the little. This is their trademark on the back, and it's iron on. It's terrible. Terrible. Sorry, I said that on stream.
All right, so I had 3 jobs at one point, so I'd stock shelves overnight from 10 p.m. to 6 or 7 a.m. And then I would go work the Pro Shop on some days from noon to 8. And then on other days, I would work like noon to 4, and then Eric would go 4 to 8 so that I could go over to my other job and work from 4 to 7:30 or 4 to 8.
Yep.
And so it was just all over the place. Well, and then I had, the Angel was saying that I went to
Tech, yeah.
I spent 2 years at WTI, which same difference. It was technical school for heating and air, and so I'm a licensed electrician too.
Oh, good. And so I got some stuff for you to do.
I hate electricity, and I have never gotten along. I've blown the tips off of so many screwdrivers. You have no idea.
Why did you decide to go there?
Heating, air, and electrical stuff. So I went to school for that because when I was working at the grocery store, there were guys that would come in the middle of the night to fix the refrigeration units, and so I'd talk to them and they're like, "Oh yeah, I make $25 an hour. I'm getting double time right now."
Well, yeah,
or something like that. It's like I'm on call this week, so I'm doing. I get double time for coming out in the middle of the night, extra hours, whatever else. I'm thinking $50 an hour.
That's pretty dang good.
That's pretty okay. And that was 20 years ago. I mean, that was 15 years ago anyway.
Yeah, imagine what they're making now.
I went to school in 2006, 2007. So I went to that for 2 years while I was also, I worked at the grocery store 10 to 6, 7, whatever else. And I went from class from 8 to noon. And then, I'm not going to talk about the rest.
Now he's climbing bridges, basically.
Yeah. But anyway, so I got through that, and then I worked heating and air for a little while. That was like the 8 months that I didn't have an extra job. I tried to do the heating and air job and the grocery store job. I worked grocery store on the weekend. So Friday night, Saturday night, I worked 10 p.m. to 6, and Monday through Friday, I worked days for whatever else.
Sorry.
For the heating and air thing. Hi, Mistel. You good, Mistel?
I just got to look like.
I know.
What are you doing, bro?
Hi, Mistel.
Oh, here it comes.
I know. Hi, Mistel. You're a good Mistel.
Mistel dog.
So
yeah,
I
you
did
worked
that.
a lot of jobs.
So, and then the heating and air thing was one of those things where if there wasn't a call to go to, you weren't working.
Yep.
So we got into winter, and I would do I do like the 8 a.m., 10:30, and noon calls on Monday, and then the 4 p.m. on Friday call that the guys with more seniority didn't want to do. So that was like 8 months.
Just to give you a heads up, I have to be at the bowling center in about 45 minutes or so.
Okay. Yeah, we're pretty close.
Okay. I just saw the time, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have to. I do. Unfortunately, I do have to go throw bowling balls here in a little bit.
Yeah. But so that was like the only 8-month period there that I wasn't working 60 or 70 hours a week. And so eventually I got through it. And I'm like, I can't do this anymore because there's no hours.
Yep.
And so I got into construction inspection, and then it was 60, 70 hours a week for the next 4 or 5 years. I worked for a couple different companies doing that.
Yep.
And then I got back into working in the pro shop. And then I got
which you really enjoy doing.
Yeah. And then I got
you're fantastic for it.
Yeah, after the construction inspection thing, I got a job in a concrete research lab for the state. So I was doing that, and then I was working the pro shop in the afternoons a couple days a week. And so it was still, 60 hours a week and whatever else. And then I got an opportunity to take over the pro shop. So up to this
full
point,
management, yeah.
Yeah. So I took over the pro shop, and I did that part-time. So I was still working my state lab job.
Yeah.
From 6 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. And then the pro shop opened at 4 and went till 8. So I'd have enough time to get over there, grab something to eat, change clothes, do some prep work, and be ready to work that from 4 to 8, Monday through Friday. And then it was 10 to 6 on Saturday.
At the shop, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how you.
But the shop got busy enough to where I was having to use annual leave or vacation time to leave my day job at like noon to get over to drill stuff for 2 or 3 hours just to be nonstop customers from 4 to 8, and then have to stay until 9 or 9:30. So I was working 15-hour days Monday through Friday, and with an additional 8 hours a day on Saturday.
To have nonstop customers in a pro shop, though, is good.
Yeah.
Thing. It's a good thing. Really good.
So, and then when I got started in the pro shop, somebody, Chris Leftwich, told me, hey, it's like, you should get on with this would be a good time to get on with a ball company.
100%.
Because up to that point, working so much, and especially being part-time in the pro shop, I am working all the times when other people are out bowling tournaments.
Yep.
So all I could do is really bowl a couple leagues a week. I didn't bowl any tournaments up until 6-7 years ago.
Right.
And so when I took over the pro shop, then I sent something to, what's up, Kratos? And
What's
then,
up, daddies? What's up?
So I sent something to Brett Cooper, my storm rep, and I said, hey, I just took over the pro shop for Jesse. He's got several different shops in the area. And he's like, oh yeah, I know Jesse. I'll get in touch with him, talk to him. And Jesse gave me a good word. And so I got an advisory contract, which is storm only. So that was the year
basic deal.
Yeah, that was the year that I missed stuff like the haywire and the outcry.
Could not throw. So he was strictly storm. Could not throw Brodo.
Just strictly storm.
Yep.
And up to that point,
which puts your foot in the door.
4, 5, 6 years ago.
Yep.
I was just a league bowler that was working insane amount of hours. And then, the pro shop thing worked out well from a number standpoint, but we had some other shops that weren't doing so well. And so it was hard from the financial side. And so I finally had to just say, I can't do this anymore. So a couple of years in, I couldn't do it anymore. So I got into bridge inspection, but I was still working part-time
Also,
in the shop.
basically, too, when you're in the shop, working in a shop, managing a shop, the only day you really have off is Sunday. And, and you're not really going to want to go bowl somewhere on a Sunday when it's your one day off.
And most tournaments are on Saturdays
and Sundays,
or they're Saturday-Sunday tournaments.
Yep.
And so because I was working on Saturdays, I couldn't go bowl tournaments, and I hadn't been able to bowl tournaments beforehand. So this was something where I got on with Storm. Well, then towards the end of the pro shop thing, I had gotten the YouTube thing going, and I got the YouTube thing going only for my customers,
shop, right?
Because even if you go back 5, 6, 7 years ago, bowling videos were not good.
They were terrible.
So people would come in and say, hey, I'm interested in this ball. I've tried to watch some videos on YouTube, but all it is people hooking the lane, set to rock music. Everything looks the same, whatever else. And so I thought, okay, well, I'm on with Storm now. We have some incentives to make videos,
Same here, yeah.
And so I can kill 2 or 3 birds with one stone.
I get paid here,
the ball,
help you out,
get some incentives. Yep. I can make a video for my customers, which helps me in the pro shop, which kind of whatever else. And then because I took a pro shop attitude towards it, I try to just describe the ball reaction, not, do all this nonsense.
Right.
I'm going to try to describe the ball reaction, help people pick what they want to bowl with. And the YouTube thing took off. And so that turned into, once I finally got out of the pro shop, well, then I got into bridge inspection, which is 40 hours a week. And then the YouTube thing became 30 or 40 hours a week.
It is a whole lot of work.
So when somebody tells me it must be nice to get free stuff.
Yeah,
I'm sitting here thinking about, well, I've been working 60 or 70 hours a week, 90 to 95% of the time for the last 2 solid decades. I put all kinds of time, all kinds of effort into every single thing that I'm doing. And when I do the YouTube thing and somebody says it must be nice to get free equipment, it's like, well, I haven't been golfing in 3 years because my weekends are filled with
bowling,
making bowling videos, answering questions about bowling, whatever else. And so I have a $200 putter that I bought 3 years ago that I've used like 5 times.
Trust me, I understand the feeling.
Because I've just gotten so busy. I travel for work Monday through Thursday, and then I come home, and then the YouTube thing starts.
Yep.
From answering questions to making videos to reviewing bowling balls to bowling tournaments to bowling leagues to whatever else, to being on social media all the time or whatever else. And so we just don't have the time to get out to that kind of stuff.
It's
and
tough.
Even when we do, it's kind of like, well, do I really want to go golfing today, or do I just want to sit here and watch TV?
I've honestly cherished the days, though, and I don't put in the work that you do because it's a little different. On my YouTube channel, I have a channel. I don't do much.
Yeah.
I post ball videos, and they're nothing like what he does. But on my channel, or he says, yeah, I know. But I literally, on the weekends that we're not bowling tournaments every weekend, I try as my best to sit on my butt, and it never happens. It never happens.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Is
we're always with our friends.
Yeah. When somebody says, oh, it must be nice to somebody like Sean or Packy.
That's so annoying.
Or me. It's like
I've had that one before too.
This is 20 years of 60, 70 hours a week in the making.
I have never put in the work that you have with everything that you do.
And when you do 30 or 40 hours a week on YouTube bowling stuff, it'd be like going and getting a full-time job and somebody said, well, we can give you 50 bowling balls a year. How's that for compensation? It's like, wait, what?
Time out.
So what am I going to do with 50 bowling balls?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a nice idea, but what am I going to do with them all?
So people can learn, or no, is it somebody said I missed it? Sorry, keep talking. You're good.
So, yeah. People think someone just wakes up and decides to be on staff.
Yeah, and that's not how it is.
That's the thing, is that if you do it right, if you do it correctly, then it takes up a lot of your time.
I won't go into detail on my end how I got on, but
yeah,
we won't talk about that.
But it's one of those things. So number one, so more people can learn from Luke's work ethic. Thank you. But this is the one thing is that, if it does take a whole lot more work, it takes a whole lot more objectivity and honesty to understand what you need to do to get to a certain place to begin with. Because it's not like you just go, like we were talking earlier, most people just send staff applications in because they want to get cheap stuff. they don't want to put the work in, and you
I don't
see
know
some
if it's
people.
cheap stuff. Everybody thinks it's free.
Yeah, everybody thinks it's free, and everybody thinks it's cheap too. Which
Now,
both of the things are not accurate.
If you have a good deal,
Cheaper,
you do get
yes.
some free stuff.
Cheap, no.
Yes.
But most people think, okay, Mister, come here, doggy, come here with your big ears. I know. Hi, baby. Come here.
All right, sorry, but yeah, most people think that it's all like you ink a deal and then boom, I'm getting everything, one of everything. Well, here it is, and that's just not the fact. It's a lot of work. You've got to deal with social media. I mean, if you're going to be a staffer, you're going to want to do YouTube stuff. You're going to want to do. I'm trying to think of what else. You got to bowl. I mean, you got to bowl and you got to bowl a lot.
Yeah, you got to bowl everything you can think about bowling, which is expensive and
it's very expensive. I'm not gonna lie, I've lost a lot of money.
yeah. You have to represent the brand. You don't just get balls, bags, and shirts. That's the thing. Is there's a lot of people out there that do the bare minimum or absolutely as little as they can do to keep their contract.
It's cool to have the apparel, but
yeah, it's cool to have all that stuff, but at the same time, you earn it, especially in the bowling industry. I mean, because there's a whole bunch of hands out. There's too many mouths to feed, and so in the bowling industry, you have to work 2, 3, 4 times as hard to get the same stuff that somebody else would get in like the golf industry or something like that, where there's just money and stuff falling out of people's ears. You know, they don't just randomly give you stuff or send you stuff or whatever else in the bowling, not yet. In the bowling industry. So you have to work extra hard to get where you're, get to where you get at in the first place.
Yeah.
And I don't know that being a YouTube bowl review guy is that like lofty of a position to begin with, because even the pros, I mean, you see so many guys that like Ryan Simonelli unretired, but he had to retire there for a little while because he's like, I just can't keep chasing this. And Mike Fagan,
it's a dream.
Mike Fagan was great. Scott Norton, a bunch of these guys. That
Fagan got a good deal. He's got his contract, his new job. He stays in the bowling industry though, but he's running a bowling center.
Mm-hmm.
There's about 50 guys on tour, or 50.
Yeah, locally that should be.
Here's the kicker, man. Give Trevor. That's what I'm excited to have Trevor. Take Trevor for example. Trevor is amazing. Agreed.
Yeah, he could.
But he could literally sign with any company he wanted to sign with.
He could compete on tour right now.
Yeah, but he does not want to sign with anybody.
Yeah, he wants the flexibility.
Yep. We've talked about this.
He's also somewhat humble too. Like he knows he's good, but he's like, well, I don't know if I should go do regionals or whatever else. But
he's a good kid. Can't wait to have him on with us. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, that's gonna be really fun because Trevor is legitimately ridiculous.
Pick that brain.
He's actually in the latest house video.
He's in there
at the beginning when the team Calm. We were Team Calm this weekend video.
Yep.
He's the lefty that they showed a couple 30, 45 seconds into the video, or actually after Packy got started, 30, 45 seconds into when they started showing.
He's the one-handed lefty.
Yeah, he's the one-handed lefty that's just ridiculous.
They also showed some of Dylan's loft game in there.
Mm-hmm.
His loft game was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Sorry, if you can loft it way past the arrows in the air and still strike, it's sick.
But
and do it on purpose.
But yeah, there's a lot of people around here that deserve to be on staff that aren't too. Of course, we have a lot of ridiculously.
Trevor's complete lack of ego makes him an awesome dude to be around. Throws it so freaking good too. Yeah.
Yeah, because he doesn't. He's really good, and he still thinks that there's things to improve on.
Yep.
So yeah, Shaw saw my shoes in those videos. Yeah.
Saw your shoes.
Let's see how many times that gets complained about at Nationals here in a couple of weeks or next week.
I was only in like a few cameo shots. Anyway, I was walking behind.
Yeah.
And,
if only free equipment equals bowling good. Yeah.
No.
And so that's the thing is that somebody says it must be nice, and it's like, well, it's some.
Can I sign up for that?
It is nice to have thousands of hours and thousands of dollars and whatever else rewarded with some, good deals on equipment. Yes, it is nice, but when somebody says it must be nice, they always think, oh, you're just, it must be nice to just get free equipment. I could succeed too if I had free equipment.
So I can bring the wife in here.
To succeed first,
and she will 100% back me up on this. Luke will back me up on this. It is actually more expensive to be a staff player
That's what people don't understand.
To be a non-staff player.
Because otherwise, you're buying like 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 bowling balls.
We're not even talking just bowling balls. We're talking what we have to put apparel and work
and bags and backpacks
and tournaments and leagues and everything. We have to bowl.
Accessories and
it is so expensive. Enjoy bowling, please. Enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly. People said the same thing. So Cameron Doyle. Let's talk about Cameron Doyle here for a second. He had a bowling alley in his house. But what you still have to do, even if you have all the resources, if you have all the support, you have all the backing, say that you've got everything given to you, handed to you your entire life, you still have to make something of that. And there's more pressure in that situation because people expect, oh, well, you just had everything given to you your entire life. Well, you have to work even harder to meet people's expectations, because if you have one of those things, like say LeBron James's kids, LeBron's a great basketball player.
His kids are going to be good though.
People expect it. Well, your dad's LeBron James. You have everything. You've gotten everything given to you, handed to you your entire life.
Sorry.
Anything that you ever want.
I just read that. Keep going. But yes, it's kind of like saying, hey, I'm signing a golf club deal. Here's all the clubs. Doesn't mean you can hit it worth a crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like if anybody's seen the Mighty Ducks series, Mighty Ducks Game Changers, about the kid that's like, well, my parents are divorced and they try to give me all this stuff, but I don't know how to use any of it.
Mr. Bill, it's because I am garbage. How about that?
So I
don't strike in Topeka.
I feel for Cameron Doyle somewhat because
he
he's
gets
had
a lot of
all
crap.
this pressure, and Daria Payuk at the same time. Because
her parents own a bowling center, don't they?
Don't
they own one?
I think so. But she throws it ridiculously good. The looks definitely don't hurt either. But that's what makes people expect bigger things out of her. And so I think there's unfair expectations put on people like that a lot more. And so, well, you got everything free and you're attractive or whatever else, so everything just comes easy for you. It's like, that actually makes it harder.
She didn't
a lot of the time.
She didn't galante the Empress.
Yeah. Daria threw it really good on that.
Well, all I know is that they took Galante and they threw her on a live TV show that she's never experienced, and that was the worst thing they ever could have done.
Yeah, it was sorry. It was a little unfair to put her.
It's terrible.
You know why she was there, but it was a little unfair to her, and she was trying to just do the best she could.
They also put her there for her looks.
And frickin' Bayside is just nuts.
Let's be honest. They picked her. She's one of the reasons she got picked because of her looks too.
Yeah. But at the same time, then people expect more out of you because they think that you have a leg up. They think you have an advantage. They think you have this. They think you have that.
Yes.
There's a lot of advantages to being on staff, but at the same time, you earn in the bowling industry, especially, you absolutely earn everything you get in the bowling industry.
Oh, 100%. Even me, we both have two different paths. Though your path, I was never in the pro. Well, I shouldn't say never in the pro shop, but I didn't get mine through a pro shop deal. So how about that? So we won't go into full details on either deals, but we definitely have both put in the time. How about that?
Yeah. So it's not when somebody says it must be nice, it's really hard for me to hold it back because when Angel and I got married, we were both making $10 an hour, living in a 950 square foot apartment.
Sounds like Amanda and I, except we weren't living in an apartment, but we were not making great money.
Yeah. So, I mean, how many times that we got through a month just because I made some money at a bowling tournament or got signed we got some kind of there was an extra couple $100 a month that would come from somewhere just to miraculously get us through that month.
Yep.
Or I was working 80 hours. That was the point when we first got married. I was working for the construction inspection. I got a big job.
Yep.
And so I was working 70, 80 hours a week at $10 an hour. So I was making less working 70, 80 hours a week than I am now at my regular 40-hour a week job.
I mean, I left working for her dad, making $3 an hour more to get in, to take a job, to pay like $8.25 just to get my foot into the industry I wanted in. And here I am, and I'm now making way more money. So,
but
never would dream to where I am right now.
Yeah, this was 20 years in the making for us, and 10, 15 years in the making for you anyway.
Yeah. I mean, it never would have happened though without her, because she actually said, "Well, here's this job," and it started with serious loss prevention, by the way.
Yeah.
I
Well,
hated that job.
The vast majority of everything happened with Angel too.
Yeah, she goes, would you be interested in this? And she applied for it for me.
Mhm.
She applied. And I got a call and I got the job right there. And I was there a lot longer than I wanted to be, but it landed me where I am now. So
yeah, and like James said, he put in the work on the lanes, and actually, so when James got his Storm contract by beating Pete Weber and Kyle Troop with Dougie from Dougie Vision, Douglas Heron.
Dougie Vision.
But it was being good enough to be in the position to have an opportunity to shoot 780 something to even qualify for the contract match to begin with. So it was all the work and all the time and all the effort to even get into that situation to begin with, to have a chance at getting something done. And that pair of lanes that they bowled on was just stupid. If you go back on they had it on Flow Bowling too.
Yep.
And we actually I had James here one time when we actually did commentary over it.
Yep.
That pair of lanes was stupid. But him and Dougie actually beat Pete Weber and Kyle Troop to earn their contracts. So not only, it wasn't like they just got randomly selected, like they had to qualify to get into that match. So he had to shoot 780 in a qualifying match or whatever to get into that match in the first place, to just have a chance to win a contract versus Kyle Troop and Pete Weber.
We're going to bring the little one in before we're done here.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday.
But yeah, which is amazing, by the way. Still, congratulations on that, James. We've got my mini-me in here. Get your hands down. Say hello. Yeah. Say hi, YouTube.
Hot mess.
You can, here we go. See it. Is this my mini-me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's close.
Yeah.
It's close. But no, I'm really looking excited. Really looking excited. I'm really looking forward to having Trevor in here with us. I think we're gonna have a really good stream. I think you and I should.
I will introduce you to some Trevor, and if you go watch the House Team Calm bowling video, you get to see him. And I've got some videos of him on my phone too.
Look, no relations whatsoever between the two midgets on the couch.
Yeah,
Mr. Bill Walker, you don't want to be on YouTube? You done? Done? So I'm gonna say this. I did it at the beginning of the stream, but I'm gonna tell you now again. Happy birthday next week, because we will not have a stream, to this little one right here, my mini-me. She will be turning 6 years old on Saturday. Luke will be in Vegas.
Nationals.
So we will not have a stream next week, but just wanted to give her a shout out because this is the little pain in my butt right here. Look at the camera. Look at the camera up there. Say hi. Blow kisses. Blow kiss. No, don't you put your tongue out. All right, walk away. Slow down.
So I've got a...
Is that what your hair used to look like, John? Actually, Steve, I used to have amazing hair.
All right. So we'll see if we can...
Like Trevor Bumgarner hair. How about that? And we're showing you Trevor Bumgarner right now. Here's a sample of... It's right-handed, though. Whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah, just...
He actually threw it right-handed. That's weird. Sorry.
Well, yeah, it's...
Okay, now that's weird.
Yeah, it looks right-handed on the screen, but...
Are you guys actually seeing that left-handed? Thank God.
Yeah, they're seeing it left-handed.
Thanks, Mr. Bill. I love you too, buddy. Going back in? Come on.
Yeah, so this guy's pretty amazing. So we're going to have him on the stream at some point.
Oh, we're blurring out.
Yeah, well, it'll fix it. It was the phone's fault. Yeah. Mouse. Drop it.
This is always a fun topic.
Yeah.
You can hit me up on Facebook. You can also follow me on YouTube. I don't do much. Hang on. Yeah. I don't do much. So
for the Coolwick thing, we also both have discount codes too.
Yeah.
So if you're interested, let me show off these jerseys again.
Show off these jerseys. You can use both discount codes.
Yeah, you can use either discount code you want. HAWS10, HAWS 10.
Capital H.
For 10% off, or Rosedall 10. We'll have giveaways and all kinds of stuff. This is Angel's rescue jersey that she got that she really likes. I will be wearing this one at Nationals. Paw prints. Neon paw prints. That's really cool.
I saw that.
And then Angel's fireworks jersey that she wore for the 4th of July tournaments.
Yep.
So they have a ridiculous amount of stuff on Coolwick.
Yep, they 100% do.
And if you look at the material, it's very breathable. It's got a little bit of stretch to it. It's really light. It feels like you're putting on one of those, a golf shirt or something. It just feels like it's barely there. It's very breathable. It almost makes you cooler than than you would if you didn't have a shirt on. Which
once again,
nobody wants to picture that.
Anytime you order It's Rosedal 10 or Haas 10.
Yeah.
Capital R and a capital H. You can get 10% off any order.
And they have all kinds of stuff. And like we said, it's not just bowling stuff. They have cornhole stuff and billiard stuff and game stuff and whatever else.
They have sweatpants, hats, T-shirts, jerseys. I mean, anything you want, they've got it. Rosedale 10 for Luke. Austin. Thank you, Angel.
And we're going to be pairing up to do some giveaways and stuff. Like I said, my birthday is on August 15th. It's actually a Sunday. There's going to be Rise and Grinds. We'll give away something that day, maybe 2 somethings that day, depending on how popular
maybe if
are.
you guys share, and we post that ahead of time, a topic or something.
Yeah.
I think if we get it to a certain amount of viewers, I will 100% do it too. Motive beanies. Yes, I have a Motive beanie from Coolwick. It is amazeballs.
So yeah, we'll get all that stuff set up, and then we'll be able to. We'll be doing both of us will be doing several giveaways between now and at least the end of the year. If not, I would imagine this is just going to go up and up and up. So
yeah, it's going to be fantastic.
We're going to do some fun and different things. It's going to allow us the opportunity to do fun things on the channel and get you guys some great merchandise and stuff. And that's what it's fun. I mean, not everybody has to be a professional. Not everybody has to put all this work in.
Nope.
It's okay to have fun jersey because we got a freaking Space Cat jersey that we're gonna get.
Yep.
So it's okay to have fun bowling, despite what you may have heard.
Space Cat jerseys for Swiss Trio is a big one.
Yeah.
I'm coming. We're signing off here because I got to go bowl.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, you got to go bowl. I've got to eat stuff. We've got great sandwich meat in there, and then we've got.
And there's bald me. So we're.
I used to be bald.
Yeah.
But you look cool. I look like I was.
I do it intentionally though, because you can see the. Oh wow! I really tore myself up with the razor the other day.
I used to give it the razor.
Anyways, thank you guys. I've got to go bowl, so unfortunately, I'm gonna have to cut this short. I could sit here and ramble all day. I'd love sitting here BSing with you, but
we're gonna get we'll get Trevor on in a couple weeks. We have in a couple weeks we have top 10.
I will not be bowling apparently. Thank you, Mr. Bill. So
so
my wife will be though.
So we might do something.
Maybe they should follow me on Facebook, and I could live stream that for you.
Yeah, that could be a thing.
Follow my bowling page, and I will maybe live stream it for you.
J Haas Bowling, Jonathan Haas Bowling.
Yep, at Jonathan Haas Bowling on Facebook, or you can follow me on YouTube with just my name. Jonathan.
You also have a YouTube channel too.
And it is actually view wise, it's growing. Subscriber wise, it's not. So help me out so that I can start doing some live stream stuff. Yeah,
you don't want to miss the stuff.
Nope.
Especially now that we're doing the Coolwick thing, they're allowing us the opportunity to give a lot of stuff away.
Yep.
So
follow me on YouTube, please.
Yep.
Just help me build that account, and that way I can start doing live stream stuff on YouTube. So
yeah, that just lets us do cool things for you too.
Yep.
So.
All right.
Yep. Thanks everybody. We will see you next time. It's been fun.
And we're out.
See ya.